All right, everybody. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
Hey, I really appreciate you being here this morning. It's not only do I appreciate you being here, I really appreciate you being a part of this community of professionals that we all have. And I think the common belief that we all have is that we really want to make a difference in the lives of our clients. We're purposeful, we're intentional, and we're passionate about that. So I think that's something that we all share in common. We also share in common the fact that we've worked hard to gain the skills that we have. We've invested heavily in our education. We have developed a high level of experience to make a difference in the lives of our clients. But here's something that I know that we all also know, and that is that just because we have these great skills, just because we are knowledgeable, come on in, James, and just because we have the experience does not mean that we can have a successful business. We have to have the ability to attract the right clients from the right people so that we can build and sustain successful businesses. We can't make a difference for these clients unless we have the ability to do that. The fact that you're part of ProGrowth isn't because of me or anybody else. The fact that you're part of ProGrowth says that you're here because you also agree and believe that as I do, that just because you come to an event where there's other people and you meet people does not necessarily mean that meeting these people is going to turn into the right referral. That there are a sequence of steps that all have to take place for us to get to the right person. And for that person then to pick the phone up next year and call us with that right referral. So why is that person going to pick up that phone and call us and not 3 or 4 of our competitors? That's why we're here today. What we're going to do is talk about those things and those sequence of steps that all have to take place in order for somebody to pick that phone up and call us. Come on in, Penny. Everybody okay with that? That's what this planning is going to be about today. There are a sequence of steps. I started this 16 years ago because I saw these folks that came to the P&G meetings because I helped start that, and now it's Provisors. And I just felt for them. They were showing hoping that somebody was going to throw them a bone. It didn't necessarily say that, I'm coming here. My managing partner said I got to get out and network. And at the end of the day, they really didn't get the referrals that they wanted. I started ProGrowth because I truly believe that purposeful, intentional, passionate people who want to make a difference in the lives of their clients have the ability to attract those clients. It's just these sequence of steps that all have to take place. Now, our schedule today is to, first of all, talk about where we've been, because we always learn where we've been. The next thing that we're going to do is talk about why we do what we do, because it is so important in terms of the relationship that we have as we build that relationship with people that have the ability to refer the right clients. Then we're going to get into your social style and why social style is such an important understanding for all of us, because all of us kind of come at things from a different angle. I'm not Sean, Sean's not me, I'm not Scott, Scott's not me, but we all have social styles that we can use as a strength. So we're going to talk about that. Then we're going to get into the actual plan and why we have to identify the specific clients that we want and the purpose of clarity. From there, we'll get into the relationship system, because once we have clarity, the issue is that we have to get people who are absolutely committed to us. That we can go to the bank, that at some point that phone's going to ring by that person because they are totally committed to us as we are to them. From there, we're going to talk a little bit about the team and of how you can use your team as a strength in helping you develop the right people and how you can support one another. And then from there, we're going to talk a little bit, we'll finish it up about and talk a little bit about these 3 roles that we all have. Being a good CEO, being a good business developer, and also being a good technician. Okay? Now, what I've done is I've gone to the year-end review that you all have, and it's under Action Plan. This tab, can everybody, I know you can't see the print up here, but can you generally see what's going on here? In the Action Plan tab, you have a thing that says New Year-End Review. This is something that I've always used with people that I've coached over the years. And the reason for it is because it gives you a great 360 of your business. Before we understand where we're going, we have to understand where we've been, because that really helps us understand where we can improve. It helps us understand the strengths and weaknesses of our practice. It helps us understand some of these macroeconomic issues that are going on out there that might impact us, both in terms of opportunities and in issues that could have a negative impact. But no matter what those issues are, at the end of the day, we all need to make it happen. We can't use the economy as an excuse. Everybody okay with that? Okay. So we start right off by saying, what's the vision for your business or practice? Having a vision of where you want to take your business is very important. As I sit here now, that I still have this vision for ProGrowth of helping people right across the country, because we're all being challenged. And I can see it in front of me, because I truly believe there's a better way than just hoping for the best that somebody's going to give you a referral and leaving your business to chance. I truly believe that there's a calculated way to have a very successful business. That's my vision for ProGrowth. What's the vision for your practice? Where do you see your practice going? You know, it's like Steve Jobs, when he started, he came back to Apple. We're going to think different. We're going to be innovative. We're going to be disruptive. That's the vision. And if people didn't share in his vision, boy, they felt his wrath. Well, how's this? When they took something to him and he said, did you do great work on this? And he said, well, I did pretty good work. I think, come back and see me when it's great work. He had a vision of where he wanted to take Apple. So what's the vision for your business? Where do you see your business going? And here's the thing. Don't think that you're competing with other people. You're not. We're all competing with ourselves. Jim Ponder just completed a marathon over in Catalina. In the mud, in the rain. Jim, were you competing with the person that won the marathon? Jim was competing for himself. His goal was to improve a little bit, right? I talked to him on the way up here this morning, and he said, he says, I got to the turn and I thought, wow, I think I might be able to come in with an all-time best, even though it was raining, even though it was mud, all of that. He wasn't competing with the group. He was competing with himself. And you know the interesting thing? When you just compete with yourself, people want to help you. When you compete with yourself, people want to help you. When you compete with others, nobody wants to help you. Right? Think about, do you all remember that lady that ran the marathon? Or I forget what it was a marathon or it was a triathlon. But she got within like 100 or 200 yards and she could not even walk across the finish line. She had to crawl. Yeah, it was the Ironman Kona. She had everybody there supporting her. She wasn't competing with anybody else. She was competing with herself to get across that finish line. I want to leave that with you today because it's an important concept. None of us, particularly us as service professionals, we're not competing with anybody. The issue for us is to show up every day and get a little bit better. Everybody okay with that? It doesn't take that much for all of us to be incredibly successful. Okay, so it's really important to have a vision for your practice. Now, the next question down is, what's your positioning statement? I mean, your mission statement. Now, I'm changing those words. Why are you in business? If you look at why we all do what we do, just like you all are here today, not because of me, but because of you and what you want to achieve. It's about sharing the same belief, though. Your clients share the same belief as you do. In whatever you do, they can identify with you. The why statement is so important. That's what gets people's interest initially in wanting to work with you. If I draw a line, if the end game right here is to get that phone to ring, and we start out here with that individual, and we look at all the sequence of steps it's going to take for that person, when that opportunity presents itself, to call you. It starts with why you do what you do. And see, I truly believe that you're here today because you're passionate and that you're purposeful and that you're intentional about making a difference in the lives of your clients. That's why we're all involved in ProGrowth, right? Your why helps people understand what you believe. In his book, Simon Sinek says, start with why. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. You know, I started to share this video the other day at the breakfast, and I think it would be good for every time I see this thing, I get another golden nugget out of it, but I think it would give us a common ground, because this why thing is, I'm telling you, it is a game changer, and it will help you so much next year to get the right referrals from the right people. Want to make a big difference in the lives of their clients? They don't have a sense of why. Our sense of why motivates other people to want to do business with us. They feel the passion that you have in making the difference for your clients. You don't have to be dramatic about it. They need to know that you're focused, that you care. Don't we all want to do business with people that care? Absolutely. That's why your why is so important.